What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing Juri, Master of the Revue? I'm gonna say Revue. In Historic Brawl. 2 mana, Rakdos, Human Shaman, 1/1. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Juri. When Juri dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So that's key, any target, which means we can target our opponent's faces. Or their planeswalkers, or their creatures, obviously, if we feel like it's necessary. But the point of the deck is to get Juri huge with a lot of sacrifice, and then either put the opponent in a bind by, having this huge creature. Let's say it's a 10/10, and we attack them every turn with it, and they have to get rid of it, right? Well, if they kill it, it deals 10 damage to either their face or one of their best creatures or permanents. So it puts them in a tough spot, right? So this is one of the only commanders where I actually have no protection for Juri in the deck. I only have these style effects, feign death, where scam effects, where if Juri dies, we can have it come back. But I don't have any protection in the deck for Juri because I actually want the opponent to feel like they have to remove it and put them in that bind. And the way we're going to get Juri huge is through a couple ways, but mainly treasures. We have all the Rakdos style treasure effects, whether it's attached to spells or auras or, creatures like Greedy Freebooter that, die and we create a treasure token. A bunch of different treasure makers in the deck, or even all the way up to there and back again, where we can create Smog, which is a 6/6 dragon with flying, and if it dies, we create 14 treasures. So you can imagine, if we have all these treasures, we can sack them at instant speed, make Juri gigantic, make a bunch of mana, cast a bunch of spells, and then we can cast Thud, which, if you're familiar with Fling, it works the same way. So we sacrifice a creature, right? Thud deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So let's say Juri is a 12/12, right? We sacrifice it, we do 12 damage to the opponent, right? Then Juri does 12 damage to the opponent. So we can do 24 damage with these two effects. And as you can tell, the deck, the mana curve is what I'm trying to say, is really low. Over half the deck is 3 mana or less, and that's sort of on purpose so that we can run less lands and more spells, and then a lot of our stuff makes treasures, so we don't need as many lands, and then we want a lot of stuff to sacrifice, so it's a lot of really small creatures that create a treasure token. So it all synergizes. We can sacrifice creatures to get treasures, sacrifice the treasures to make Juri big, force the opponent to try to remove it, or we remove it ourselves, and we can use any number of effects in the deck, like Corrupted Conviction, where we can gain value off sacrificing our own stuff. So that's the idea of the deck, is make Juri big, gain a bunch of value through sacrifice, make a bunch of treasures, outvalue the opponent, and kind of not aggro them out, because it's not really an aggro deck, but it's kind of it's a unique style of direct damage deck where it puts the opponent in a tough spot of what they want to do, because we also have the effects like Zolaport Cutthroat that whenever our creature we control dies, they lose a life and we gain a life. So even if we don't get to kill them with Juri because maybe they find a way around that, maybe they kill it often and so it never gets to get big, well, we still can have effects like this that is whenever a creature we control dies, they lose life. We have Blood Artist in here as well. So we're just going to keep sacrificing our creatures, gaining value, bringing them all back, doing it all over again, and they have to figure out a way to stop this, right? So let's see if we can get some wins in the queue with this style of deck. It's kind of a unique strategy. I'm looking forward to playing it. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe. Channel's been doing really well recently. A lot of people subscribing. Really appreciate that. I also like that Juri is a 2 mana commander. I'm really into low mana curve commanders that have powerful effects or unique effects that you can build around, like Juri does. And it's also an uncommon, which I think is awesome. I like when commanders are uncommons, because it means, like, if you wanted to pick this up in paper and play an actual commander deck with this, which I think this would be an even better commander deck, you could do it for cheap. Okay, so no red source, which is probably means we have to pass on this hand. But we do have Orcish Bowmasters and Diabolic Intent, so we could always go get a mountain. That seems really strange, but we could get a mountain with this Diabolic Intent. What are we playing? Planeswalker. Create 1/1 white soldier creature with lifelink. Okay. Well, the lifelink might be a problem. Yeah. That's kind of a weak strategy. We really want to get Juri out on curve. So we'll mulligan. Okay, so this hand has no black source. You can't win. You can't win. Okay, we got a mulligan again. Okay, a way to get a black source. Yeah, this is a keep. What do we put back? Probably this one. Yeah. One of the few decks we can run Mox Amber in because Juri is such a low mana curve commander. Yeah, I was hoping we could use this as an additional sacrifice trigger, but I think we just gotta crack it. So we'll go get Blood Crypt. Yep, nice. Oh, they used to tuck it back here, but I guess they're putting it in the front now. Maybe Wizards figured that out, that that's what people are going to be fetching. And then we can do this. And then next turn we'll have Juri down and an extra mana. Okay. Poison. Okay, we're drawing lands, which is okay, because that means we can maybe... My dog decided to join me. Maybe we can keep this Shatter Skull smashing. I think we just run out Juri. We don't have any treasure creators. That's the only bummer right now, but it is what it is. They're gonna pass. Okay. We can save this for their Planeswalker. Let's play Black Market. Maybe they have Reprieve or something. No attacks. I guess we could have attacked. I forgot these can't block, but it's okay. Oh, it's good we didn't attack. I think they were trying to ambush us. Okay. Never mind. 40 chests. Of course, I knew that was going to happen. I did wonder why they held up a bunch of white mana. It wasn't, what's that? Settle the Wreckage mana. Like, now they have Settle the Wreckage mana, but it was kind of suspicious. Now, white has removal for everything, so... And they have a lot of exile removal, which gets around Juri's die clause, so that's a bummer. But, we'll see. This is like a creature deck. Creature / planeswalker deck, which is kind of interesting. No blocks. We'll create a let's do all modes right now. We have enough life. Okay. So... If we sack this treasure, yeah, so we can do 3 damage to this. That's not a ton. What are these? Return target creature card, mana virtuous. Put a +1 put on each of 2 target creatures. Okay. Well, Does this have haste? No. We can start making a bunch of treasures with this and have a blocker down. Maybe that's the way we go. And then I think we just play this as a land. Just tapped. Don't want to miss a land drop. No attacks. Now their attacks aren't as good. They can still make this creature big. But we could jump it if we want to. Okay, so they go that route. Interesting. I wonder if they have an Anthem effect. Like an effect that pumps their whole squad. Because why else would they attack with this vigilant creature? Because this is an easy block. I don't really care about the other two because they can't block. Okay, gotcha. Well, that still removes it from combat. We make 2 treasures now. So definitely you. We gotta be careful with our life total, so... What's the minus? You can have at the beginning of your end step create 3 1/1 white cat creatures with lifelink. Yeah, I think we gotta pressure that. Okay, so next. Next. I think we gotta get rid of that. Create a couple more treasures. Next. We'll see what they block. Yeah, go ahead and read the card. They're not going to block anything. Okay. Kill it.
Until our paths cross again.
We lost the mana, which is a bummer. I thought they would wait at the end of my combat step, but I guess not. We still have a lot of mana though, so no big deal. Could play you and end the turn. Resolve. They keep touching their Skrelv's hive. It's making me uncomfortable. They could play this guy. What is this? Beginning of your end step? Yeah. It's pretty good. Okay, resolve. What does this do? They create a soldier with lifelink. Or what? Put 2 +1/+1 counters on something. Okay. Resolve. Oh, and now it has flying. Gotcha. Is that until end of turn? Nope, that's just permanent. Okay, well. Let's black. Black. Take action. Get rid of that angel. Draw some cards. Pass. Oh, I should have waited till combat, because they may not have attacked with everything. Yeah, pass. I'll block you. And what? Take 3 plus 2 poison? Sure. These things can't block, so we can kill their commander. My turn. Nice, good draw. Create a treasure. Done. Cavernous Souls, human. Commander's a human shaman. Okay. Well, we're definitely killing this, so why don't we next do this first. Make some more treasures. Kill it.
If we lose, none will be spared.
Cast Juri. Cast Fable. Hold up our hand. Yeah. We have to be careful with our life total. I know I keep saying that, but it's the truth. Resolve, so that doesn't affect them until their end step. Are they gonna not attack? Because these can't block. They're thinking about it. Yeah, they're gonna sit back. I mean, it makes sense. We could kill everything if they attacked. If they attacked all, everything would die. So this way at least they keep their creatures. Pass. Resolve. My turn. Does this have haste? No, it does not. Just the treasure. We don't need to be losing a bunch of life. Discard up to 2 cards. Okay, so what do? Do we get rid of the land and priest, I think, in this situation? Nice. That's a great card. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Can I just win this turn? 3, 5, 11, 13, 15. Sack 5. This could be a 7. Hold on. I think I can win this turn. Oh, can I? If I had 2 of these types of effects, I could. Or a way to sacrifice this guy, I could. Okay. So easy, let's just do the bobble. Let's crack it. See what's on top of their deck. Exile target creature and all other creatures the controller calls with the same name. Okay, that's fine. Let's crack treasures. Make our guys huge. Do as much damage as possible. Make sure the timer doesn't get us. I feel like once an episode, the timer just completely wrecks me. Okay. Play at sushi. Okay. Black. Yeah, I think we got them. Okay, so wow, I'm really glad I added this to the deck. I was thinking about not even adding it, but this is just as, it's different, but it's just as good and synergistic with our commander. But yeah, having both of them is insane at the same time. So what my thought was, I wasn't sure if I could get in enough damage, but I was like, I could probably get in enough to get them down low, and then use Plumb the Forbidden to sack Juri to do the rest. But I think actually we would have, let's do the math. So there's 4. So this would have been a 12-12, and this would have been a 16 power creature. So yeah, I mean, those two alone would have done it, right? 12, 6, yeah. So yeah, wow. Okay, cool. The beginning of that game, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get out of this. I felt like we were kind of behind the whole first 5 turns, and then wow, we just swung it around. That was awesome. This is your between game reminder to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It was kind of weird constructing this deck. I started off by putting in a bunch of spells, and then I had to take out a bunch of spells. It was kind of this weird back and forth. I wasn't really sure how to go about it, but then I was like, I think we just need to focus around treasures, because they're just so powerful on their own, and then they're so synergistic with our commander. And I think that game right there proved me right. I think the treasure route is the right way to go. Okay, they get to go first. They're playing Lord Xander, so their commander's not coming down for a while. When it does come down, it does a bunch of mean things. We have Shambling Guest on turn 2 probably if we play this, and then we have Magda. Yeah, I mean, they're probably Grixis control, so I guess we'll just try to do the ramp thing. That's good. It's, you know, removal. Okay, Ornithopter, sure. That doesn't really stop Magda. Yeah. Because Magda has an attack trigger, not a damage trigger. Mindstone. Okay. And removal. Sure. They lose 2 life. Go get Blood Crypt. Grow our Juri. We'll pay the 2 life and get down Shambling Gas. They're reading the cards. Blue, white. Okay. Experimental Augury. Interesting. Proliferate. Wonder why they have proliferate spells in their deck. Doesn't really work with Lord Xander. Okay. Well, it's early enough in the game. Well, I'll just kill their mana creature. Doesn't really feel like 2 damage to their faces necessarily worth it. Probably on black here. They probably have a lot more removal, right? So maybe we wait on this guy until we have more treasures. We can play out this guy, that way if stuff dies, we at least get value off of it. This makes a treasure every time a creature we control dies. Wow. They must have not had any lands. Well, I mean, that just goes to show the old phrase, bolt the bird, still applies. You know, for those boomer Magic players, you know what I'm talking about. But essentially, if they have a mana dork, like that Ornithopter, and it's early enough in the game, killing that is usually going to set them back. Now, a lot of people will just play through it, but this player didn't want to play through it. So they must have had no lands in their hand. But they still had 4 mana. I mean, did they really have... I mean, they could have at least played this. It's a decent body with lifelink. I don't know. I don't understand that, but I don't know. Maybe we just frustrated them. we made the Grixis player playing the ultimate filth card scoop it up. So brings a smile to my face. I don't know how much we can say our deck like did well against that deck. I think we just didn't have enough play time to come to that conclusion, but we were able to go toe for toe with them, so that's cool. I do like the fact that even if Juri gets removed early, it usually can kill something important on their side of the battlefield, so it's not like a total loss. Make a treasure. Make a treasure. Sacrifice this to make the treasure. Sacrifice this to make the treasure. Yeah, this is great. And we go first, finally. Doesn't really matter here. We don't have a turn 1 play. Also, look at these old border lands. I actually spent money on these. I'm not gonna be shameful about that. I normally don't put any money into Arena. I mean, I have in the past, but like as of the last year or two, I haven't put like any money in Arena. But then I saw these old border lands in the shop, and I was like, pfft. You know your boy's got to get some old border lands. Okay, yeah, we're good. I saw them in the shop and I was like, come on, Wizards. You're going to do me like that? Like, I got to get them. You know I got to get them. So yeah, I got them. We'll just play this as a land. Do we pay the 3? Do we pay the 3? Well, if we do, we can do 2 things this turn. I think we pay the 3, and we play the Facebreaker. Why would we pay with a treasure? Oh, if I see. No, we'll just do it like this. Next, all attack. Make a treasure. Now we're good. We'll just set up. That we have no board pressure, so I don't feel the need to rush anything. I'd rather keep the treasures and use them for Juri. I was thinking like maybe we could play Wily Goblin and get a treasure back, but then we're trading a body for a treasure. We go down a treasure to get a body. I don't know if that's worth it. It's a 1/1/1/1 for each color among permanents you control. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana. Oh yeah, I know that card. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pass. My turn. However, they're not going to block my Professional Facebreaker. So we still get a treasure. Let's get another red source just so we have 2. We can play... No. Stop. That's going to really annoy me. It keeps wanting to use my treasures because of this creature. Okay. So... Nope. I wanted to go to combat. Okay. Too many abilities. Too many abilities. So we can do it like this. And what? It's a sorcery. We don't have any instant speed interaction, so I think this is our only play. They can block if they want to. They won't. We create a treasure. We can play Wily Goblin. Make a treasure. Crack a treasure for a red. And a black. Black. Play Juri. No, we're going to pay with these. And it still gets the +1/+1 because we used 1 treasure for it. And now what? Well, I think it's just the correct move to get rid of this thing. again, bolt the bird, right? This Wily Goblin has served its purpose. Grow our Juri, get rid of their mana dork. Really good mana dork turn, too. And... Yeah, let's do it. Pay with treasure. Let's get rid of you. No. You. I was gonna get rid of this guy, but it's giving us value, and they have 0 creatures. So our attack next turn, unless they put down some, you know, something substantial, is really, really powerful. It's 9, 11, 12. So they're on a 2-turn clock if they don't start putting down some blockers. Fairy. They could bounce my Juri, but then we just killed the fairy. Is that the trade you want? Yeah. Okay. Because the fairy's just gonna die. So next, I guess we do it like this, and these two at your face. That's not the right way to play Teferi, just in case you were wondering. Let's do it like this. Yep, I already paid with the treasure. Do it like that, and then we'll keep this in case they play a creature. We can steal it and kill them. Yes. Please hit like a mana rock or something. Supreme Verdict? Did they really hit Supreme Verdict? They did. Wow. Absolutely destroyed. Okay, take action. Well, I guess we're going to do it to your face. And we can steal your sliver next turn. And sack it. Ooh. Ooh. Nope, 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 nope. Red. No. Stop. Okay. Arena, you are absolutely just so dumb sometimes. Like, why would I... Come on. Now, I don't think... I think it's still going to be very hard for us to win from this point. We have 0 cards in hand, and they have a full grip. I mean, that was cute what we just did, but we're against a 5-color good stuff deck, and they got so lucky with Supreme Verdict, but, it is what it is. Damn, they shocked in the land? It went down to 7? Uh-oh. I mean, we may be able to win if they go low enough on life. Okay. What do they get? Shouldered, probably? That's what I would get if you have Shouldered in the deck. Because you're so low on life. They put it in their hand. Huh. Okay. Maybe they just went to get another land so they can play their commander again. We don't have enough to play both. So I'm going to play this creature. If they want to remove it, they can. Oh, nope. Tap land. Okay, they did get shielded. See? Makes sense. Makes sense. Resolve. Okay, so we'll do it. Tap. Play you. Next. Make a treasure. Next. Let them block. They're reading the card. Yeah, shoulder's a problem. I think they got it. Plus they have enough mana to recast their sliver, so they have a 7/7. And they get whenever creature is battle, they may control. Oh, I see. Yeah, so they're gonna always get the draw effect off this because they're gonna have bigger creatures than us. Pass. They can attack with shoulder if they want. No, they don't. All right. Well. I always draw Ragavan at the worst times, but that's all right. Yeah, we'll do it like this. And we'll pass. If we draw any of our like sacrifice draw card spells, that would be nice. Still don't think it gets us out of this, but because they're already up to 13 life. If they were still at 7, I think we would actually have a chance. Because we might be able to sack enough things, grow Juri. We have the Phyrexian Tower, we could sack Juri. We have a treasure. You know, maybe somewhere in here we could figure out a way. But I think they hit the perfect spell at the perfect time after their Teferi blunder. And then, yeah, from there was, what did they read ahead to? Target opponent reveals their hand. Search your library for a card. They probably are going to chapter 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm good. They can go get any card they want. There are 5-color good stuff decks that are going to have something that wrecks us. Maybe it's Ruinous Ultimatum or something like that. You know, not a lot to analyze here. They just got lucky and cascaded into the perfect card at the perfect time. They easily could have cascaded into a Mana Rock or even this, right? If they hit this that first time, like, it would have been a totally different game. But, you know, it is what it is. Them being able to go get any card in their deck kind of sealed the deal. So yeah, this is the weakness of this deck, which is it is, you know, very dependent on the creatures and you being able to sacrifice them when you want to, not the opponent destroying them when they want to. So if they do have a board wipe at the right time, it can be pretty devastating. And then, you know, we don't have any like top end win cons. Our win con is our commander. So unless we have a way to grow our commander and keep that sacrifice train going, we're not going to be able to just draw the right card, you know, at the right time. Unlike their deck, which is nothing but win cons. Their whole deck is like 5-color good stuff win cons. So it was a bad matchup. But they did get very lucky. I'm going to stress that. They got pretty lucky. Anam Pakal. Is this the gnome one? Yes. So this guy goes wide really quick. The Corona War is pretty nice, though. Innocent Blood's good. Village Rites. Yep. The only problem is we don't have a creature to sacrifice except for the creature off this and our commander, but we get to go first, so we take those. Let's do the Fabled Passage first and go get a black source. Oh, look at those old borderlands. It's making me happy. Like in paper, I will legitimately pay Sometimes it's like $1 a land to just get old borderlands. I like them that much. I'm not like, not everything has to be old border, but I specifically like old borderlands. All my commander decks have old borderlands. If I can, you know, if I can swing it. Pay to life? Pay to life. Yeah, because we have a creature. Did we draw this? This wasn't in our opening hand, was it? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. You have to tell me in the comments if that was an oversight. I don't think it was in our opening hand, but that's great that we have a creature that we can play. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah. So they're setting up for their gnome strategy. We got a third land. So we're definitely doing this and Fable. So we got some blockers too, which is nice. We have removal for their commander. Okay, that's a really good card. Do we want to discard anything? I don't think so. I think we're going to submit 0 here. I think we like our hand. We should... I think we should... Innocent Blood. They're bored. I'm so sorry, opponent. I'm so sorry that you're bored. Okay, they're gonna do 1 damage to my face. I should have this card in my deck. I didn't even think about that. Goblin Bombardment. Resolve. This one because this one makes treasures. And it's a bigger creature. Next, I'll attack. Next. Play our commander. And end the turn. Pass. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we prosper. I mean, it's just so good. Big score, nice. I don't know what we would discard, but learn. Whenever you attack with a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. Okay. So they're still doing their setup. I've never seen this deck take this long to play a creature. I mean, I guess they played their mechanized, you know, whatever, the crystalline giant Godzilla creature, but I've never seen this deck be this slow. Usually I'm dead by now. My turn. Bloodstained Mire. Nah, we're not going to discard that. Activate ability because it lets us get a land and lets us buff Juri. We have 2 red sources, so let's just get black sources from here on out. I mean, I really want to play this, but you know. Yeah. Are we not going to play this big score? I feel like we have to, right? Opponent is bored. I think we just get rid of the village rights. Because it doesn't... this is the same effect. Draw 2, right? So we're still getting the draw 2. We're just creating treasures. Next. Next. I guess I could have made a copy. That was a mistake. That's alright. Are they gonna turn it into a... Okay. What are they gonna block? Probably the reflection. That's what I would block. Yeah. Okay, but then your land dies. I mean, I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. End turn. Ooh. Oh, we have lethal next turn. I don't think they realize that, but we have lethal next turn. So this is a fling effect. Okay. Let's see what they do here. Okay. Pass. Oh. I don't think they realize. Okay. Well. Red. Black. 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 16 to your face. Death is on the stack. Oh, that was beautiful. That's exactly what the deck's designed to do. So we just, what is this, like turn 5, 16 damage to their face out of nowhere? We could have done more too. I mean, like if you look at our hand, if we really wanted to eke it out, we could have stolen their commander. We could have sacrificed it with Souls of the Lost. We could have been real mean, but I just did it the quick way. Oh, that was beautiful. I was hoping I'd get at least one win that was like that, where we got to fling our commander. All right. Let's do a post-game pack opening. Get a mythic. Cool. Mythic wild card. What is this? When it's Quinth, firstborn of Gishath, enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Alright. I think I actually played against that deck. Like a dinosaur tribal deck. Ooh, what's this? Warden of the Inner Sky. As long as Warden of the Inner Sky has 3 or more counters on it, it has flying and vigilance. Tap 3 untapped artifacts under creatures you control. +1/+1 counter on Warden. You know, scry 1 on. This is like a standard card. Or maybe like a modern card, but I don't think that's a... Maybe in some historic Brawl or Commander deck, but I don't know off the top of my head what I would put it in. Maybe like a Silenzia +1/+1 counters matters deck. I mean, I could see that. Alright, cool. We always take cards. Cards are good. Let's review the deck. So, I think this deck is incredibly fun. It's a unique way of playing that I don't think a lot of other decks are prepared for. You know, we saw a game or two where we saw the weaknesses of the deck, which is every deck has weaknesses, but this deck's weakness is definitely getting board wiped at the wrong time. Now, if you have like Woe Strider out and you can sack your whole board in response to the board wipe, then it's not as big of a problem, right? Because you at least get value off stuff dying, you know. And if you have any of these creatures that allow you to get value off the death of your creatures, and you grow Juri at instant speed, right? And you have like maybe Bastion of Remembrance, or any of those creatures, Pitiless Plunderer, so you get treasures, then it's not as big of a deal. It just, if they time the board wipe correctly and they wipe while you don't have a way to get value off the death of your creatures, it's pretty devastating. It's really hard to rebuild from there, because a lot of our card draw and value engine stuff is based off us being able to control when we have our own creatures die and when we sacrifice them. So, but beyond that, the deck is really powerful. It sneaks up on opponents. Like, it looks like a dirtily do nothing Rakdos deck, and then all of a sudden you're doing 16 damage to their face, like in that last game. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the channel, you know Rakdos is my favorite guild. I love playing Rakdos. It's my favorite. I think this is a really unique, fun way to play Rakdos. It's not, this one isn't like any other Rakdos commander that I can think of. You know, Prosper probably being the most famous, or infamous probably is a better word to use, at Rakdos commander at this point. You know, this is the one that's, you know, the most popular in commander and probably on historic Brawl as well, for good reason. It's very, very powerful and provides treasures, and so, you know, mana, basically ramp and card advantage in one card. But this is a totally different way to play Rakdos, which is, you know, one, it's an uncommon, which I always love, because it doesn't mean you have to spend a wild card or a mythic, right, in Prosper's case on it. So this is accessible to anyone, especially like new budget players trying to build a deck. And then all these cards in here are all like commons and uncommons, really, like most of them. I know some of them are mythics, but you know, a lot of these cards are not, you know, expensive cards. So you can really build a powerful brew with this deck with all commons and uncommons and maybe a sprinkling of rares and mythics, versus other historic Brawl decks where you really kind of need all rares and mythics. And even the commander itself is an uncommon. And then, you know, the strategy is essentially just like make a bunch of treasures, make Juri big, and sacrifice it and blow up their face. So yeah, I didn't even think about this, but just even the combat, you know, like attacking with Juri. If you have like, you know, 2 or 3, 4 treasures lying around, and he's like a 2/2, you can attack with Juri, and a lot of people don't even realize that you could grow it at instant speed, right? So, you know, they'll block with their 4/4. And then you grow it, you know, with the treasures at instant speed. Maybe you have some other instant speed effect in your hand that you can take advantage of, like a big score or something like that. And then all of a sudden it's a 6/6, right? And they just, you know, you can do combat tricks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Which I didn't even consider when I built this deck. I was just thinking about trying to, you know, sack Juri to get the direct damage effect, but being able to just even do combat tricks is powerful. My point is that the card is a lot more versatile than I thought. I thought it was kind of like this deck would be like a one-trick pony, but it really wasn't. It was actually pretty. It put opponents in even more of a bind than I originally thought. I thought that we would grow Juri and they wouldn't want to remove it because they wouldn't want to take the damage. But what ended up happening is they would remove it anyway, and they would oftentimes do it early before it was big. But it didn't really matter because we could just replay him. He's so cheap. He's only 2 mana, so we come back down as 4 mana. And then at that point we could start growing him because we had all our other synergies. And then we could start doing combat tricks, and then eventually get to the point where we could sack him and, you know, keep the engine going. So I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. If there's a particular commander you want me to try out, leave a comment. I've already done that for at least 10 viewers already. I've built decks for commanders they've requested. So if you have one, leave it in the comments below. Or if you think there's a card I missed in this deck that would really synergize with it, leave a comment. Let me know what that card is. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.